I'm going to ask you, my friend, where are you sitting on the Harry Maguire situation? Chiellini's come out and supported him. You're a United fan. How you seeing it?
Well, I mean, basically, you've got to look at it a few different ways because, first of all, when you've seen Maguire come in for the first season, he was the first defender to play every single game of a Premier League season since Pallister in '95. So that shows you how well he did start off with. But he was playing in a Man United team that there was still a fear factor. So the attackers weren't pressing as high. They weren't trying to close down the ball as much. They were giving them more time. He was able to run through the lines in the midfield. He was breaking through into the midfield. He was able to play the passes, which suits his game great. Now, since then, there's been a demise, obviously, and things are starting to get better again. But what you've got teams playing against them, no matter who it is, whether it's a top 4 team, whether it's a bottom team, with no fear of pressing Man United. So the defenders have got no time on the ball, and unfortunately for Harry Maguire, that is a part of his game which is lacking. He can header the ball, his aerial duels are absolutely fantastic. He can win all the balls in the air all he wants, but if you're putting him under pressure on the ball, that's the reason why he's been moved out for Martinez and Varane, because these two guys play into Ten Hag's system. Now, if we're talking about England, the only question that you can have is going to be match sharpness and fitness, because obviously Southgate is going to use him. He's one of the best defenders, and when you've got him sitting in a high line, you've got Kyle Walker next to him, who's going to be the pace which he needs and John Stones needs to make sure that they've got cover when they're playing a high line, if they've got the likes of Mbappe or whoever it is running through. So really, for me, I haven't got too much of an opinion on it in terms of whether he should play or not, because it's a bit of a tricky one and it's down to Southgate. But if he can show in training with England that he's got fitness and sharpness still, then I think he'll get a game.
Michael, I've got to move on. Let me move on, Ali.
Good call.
Because our next caller's been coming on talkSPORT longer than I've been here. Jonathan, another United fan. Jonathan, morning.
How are you, mate?
Morning. Morning, guys. You okay?
Oh, it's a different Jonathan.
Mate. We're in good form, Jonathan.
Just look, forget all this tactics, forget all this about the way style of playing. Look, I've been watching United for a few years now, and I'd go as far as to say John O'Shea, Wes Brown, better defenders than Harry Maguire. Yeah, no one deserves to be booed, no one deserves to get the pelters that he gets, but with all due respect, I've watched him, and he gets done for pace. He gets done so easily.
John O'Shea and Wes Brown were top defenders.
Yeah, exactly. But people will consider, just because we overpaid for someone, that they can't be better than Harry Maguire. I have to tell you something. If he would have been playing in the last few games, we wouldn't have got the results we're getting. Not having a go at the guy, we overpaid for him, so he's always got that price tag on his head. But as it stands, he's just not in the best 3 or 4 defenders at that club.
Okay, Jonathan. Yep, thank you. Ali, you're going to say, go on.
I'm just going to say from what Jonathan's saying there, not only is he going to struggle to get in the England setup, he thinks he's going to struggle to get back into the Manchester United team. And I think that, and I know you disagree, Gab, I think that gives Gareth his biggest problem. If there's a lack of match fitness and a lack of match practice for Harry Maguire, I think that's his biggest problem.
No, 100%.
I do think if he's got game time and he's obviously up to match speed, I think he will start for Gareth.
He's going to start the Europa League games, isn't he? But he's not going to start Premier League games whilst Varane and Martinez are fit. But I still think he's going to be part of that squad, Ali, and he starts in that England side.
Yeah.
I just don't see who starts before him.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.